Hi guys, guess what? My birthday was a few days ago and Santa Eric gave me a wad of cash and sent me loose inside the Williams-Sonoma outlet store. And let me tell you, I had an absolute blast. The entire store was 40% off, and I also had a 15% off coupon that they emailed to me, and I got some great deals. So the kitchen is open. Let's take a look at what I got for my birthday. So a few weeks ago, Eric was asking me what I won for my birthday, and I told him that I just want cold hard cash because I want to go out and go shopping, spend a day of it, and just have a good time. And you know what store I want to go to, right? The Williams-Sonoma outlet store. So he agreed to it, but we had to set up some rules beforehand because when we get in the store, it seems like everything goes out the window. So we set up some rules in advance for the shopping trip. So we set up some rules on me and on him. And our rules were this. First and foremost, because he was giving me cash, he didn't have to go out and shop himself, which he hates to do. He never knows what to get me, and he would rather just get me cash. So he got off from having to go shopping. But I had to stay within my $400 limit. That was my budget. But to stay within the budget, he had to agree that he had to keep his mouth closed on anything that I bought. That means I could buy absolutely anything. And I scared him there for a minute because I told him I was going to go get a puppy. Divorce! And he freaked out at that point. And I think that I was taking a little bit over the top with that one. But I told him I would not get any live animals. So I had to stay within that $400. And he even took it so far as to say tax had to be included in that $400, as well as even gas. He was going to give me 2 gallons of gas, and anything beyond 2 gallons of gas, I had to pay for out of my own budget. Is that crazy or what? But hey, I tried to stay in my budget, and we'll see at the end if I did. So let's take a look at what I got. Okay, so we have a lot in store for us today. I have my official receipt. I have 3 receipts because we went to Williams-Sonoma outlet once. Then we went to another store and I decided I didn't want to get something. Then we went to Home Goods, and then I had some money left over, so I went back to Williams-Sonoma outlet. So we have 2 receipts from Williams-Sonoma outlet and 1 from Home Goods. You know, I got to get the best for my money. I had to weigh my options, right? So the very first thing, let's see what's in here. Wow, Williams-Sonoma catalog. That's convenient, huh, Eric? So they've got, wow, their catalog is beautiful. As a matter of fact, they gave me a twin. And I'm going to sit down with this and have a good old time with that, huh? Eric told me I'm not getting anything else until Christmas. We'll see about that, right? Okay, so this was a coupon I had. If you go to the store, they sign you up for their email. So this weekend, it was 40% off of everything except electrics was 20% off. And I think cookware sets were 30% off, something like that. Plus, so they emailed me this coupon, 15% off of a purchase of $75 or more, and this even is after the sale price. So, right? So the first thing here, this didn't actually end up being under my budget. This was something that I had to replace because Eric broke the one that I had. So I charged it back to him. And
con job.
What I got was Williams-Sonoma sells these melamine bowl sets, and I absolutely love them. I have 2 or 3 of these sets, and I have had them for years and years. I put stuff in them that will stain them. I've dropped them. I dishwasher them. They stay just fabulous. Unfortunately, I did have a set of these 3, and I don't know how Eric broke them, but he dropped them off on one of the shelves and just smashed them, which I don't even know how that happened, because I have done some where I've dropped them on the tile and they've survived.
One survives. The whole set won't. It weighs too much.
Oh, if you drop the whole set, it'll... So he basically killed my set, and I loved it because it was a really great green color, but I got the red, so this didn't end up on my budget. So what these are, oh, the price of these are, the outlet price is $29.95 for the set. I believe they're $39.95 in the store. So the price I paid on these with the 40% off brought them from $29.95 to $17.97. I applied my 15% off coupon, which was $2.70, so I paid $15.27 for this set. And what you get is, you get a small, a medium, and a large. And they pretty much, it's Williams-Sonoma. This is a 4-quart. This is a 3-quart. And this is a 2-quart. These things, let me tell you, you can beat these up. I dishwasher them. They never stain. I just absolutely love these bowls. These are actually my favorite mixing bowls. So $15, you can't beat it. And it didn't even come out of my budget. So the next thing we have, I didn't even know that I wanted this until I saw it. I got this little revolving stainless steel rack, and I figured that I would put it out here on the counter with my spices in it. I thought this was really, really neat. The price of it, the outlet price was $29.95. And I paid, with the 40% off, I paid $17.97 like the other, $2.70 off for my coupon, so I paid $15.27. I thought that was a great price, and I'm really going to enjoy this. Right now I have a lot of spices that I keep over on the side on a little plate, and they're going to be moved to this. I love that it's a Lazy Susan. It makes it easy when I'm cooking to just spin and grab. So I'm really glad that I got this. This I paid $15.27. Okay, bag number 2. Wow. Okay, so the next thing I got, you guys know I love Williams-Sonoma bakeware. And I only have 1 cookie sheet. I have some jelly roll pans, but I only have 1 cookie sheet. So I got this set, 3-piece cookie sheet set, and it comes with a rack. Okay, the price on this is $49.95. That's the outlet price. With the 40% off, it brought it down to $29.97. My coupon was $4.50, so I paid $25.47 for this. And I'm really excited about this because I have jelly roll pans, but cookie sheets and jelly roll pans are a little bit different because the jelly roll pans have the edge, so it might block some of the circulation for the heat when you're making cookies. That's why they make cookie sheets without any lip on them. Or they have 1 lip, but it's usually only on one side, so you can grab it out of the oven. So what this set has, it has a cookie rack, and I use these in the jelly roll pans too. And it has 2 of the Gold Touch cookie sheets. These are great. They're made by USA Pans. These are probably some of the best cookie sheets that you can buy. They're excellent. I just absolutely love them. And here's the second one. So let's see what we have in here. Holy cow. Okay. I saw this on the clearance rack and I was like, I gotta have this. So this is a Wusthof classic. It's almost like a sandwich knife. They call it a 6-inch chop. But to me it looks like a sandwich knife. So this was on the clearance rack. It was $109.95 in the store. So it was $54.94 on the clearance rack. And then I got 30% off because all clearance was 30% off. So I got another $16.48 off for clearance discount. And I have my 15% promotional coupon, which was $5.77. So I paid $32.69 for this knife. That's about as good a deal as you're ever going to get on this kind of knife. So let's take it out here and take a look at it. So here's the knife. I just think it's kind of funky looking. Look at it. I love the shape. It is a serrated knife. Great for cutting paninis, sandwiches, tomatoes, all kinds of fun stuff. I just think this is the cutest little thing ever. Can't wait to use this. So this is the Wusthof Classic. It is called the Chop. It is like a serrated sandwich knife. And I paid $32.69. Great deal. Okay, so on the same token with the knife, I got a global. And I've never had a global before. I cannot wait to use this. If you guys know anything about cutlery, global knives are absolutely fantastic, and they're expensive. This was on the clearance rack. This is an 18 centimeter Cook's fluted knife, so it's basically like a chef's knife. It is sort of not totally Western style. I'll show you that. So the original price at Williams-Sonoma on this knife was $129.95. It was on the clearance rack at the outlet for $69.94. $69 is a heck of a price for this knife, but I didn't pay $69 for this knife. This knife was 30% off all clearance. So that took $20.98 off of it. And it was also, with my coupon of 15%, it took another $7.34. I paid $41.62 for a global knife. This right here, I think, is my score of the night. $41 for a global knife. And let's take this baby out of here and see what we got. Okay, so I was able to get that off of there. Whoops! And here is the knife, and look at the shape of it. I have another knife like this. It's a Schmidt Brothers, and I really like it, and I really love this knife. It has sort of a chef's knife look to it, but there's no bolster, so you can sharpen all the way to the heel of the knife. I'm going to do a full knife show. We're going to do a sharpening show, and we're going to do just a different types of knife show. So stay tuned for that. Look at that baby. It's really super thin. It is in the Japanese style. It's not totally, they call it a cook's knife, but it's not totally like a chef's knife. Can you believe it? I got a global for 41 bucks. This is the deal of the night. Okay, so you guys know some pans were coming. Let's get this baby open. Wow, look at that. So this is a Williams-Sonoma roasting pan. It is their nonstick line. This pan is made by Scan Pan. If any of you are familiar with Scan Pan, Scan Pans are great. I love them. And they make this line for Williams-Sonoma. This actually was a little different price because it was on the clearance rack. So it was 30% off instead of 40% off. So this So it was on the clearance rack for $99.94. I got the 30% off discount, which was $29.98, and I got the coupon discount, which was $10.49. So I paid $59.47 for this pan. This pan is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to use it. That was a deal. So let's get into this bag. So this next thing I got didn't count towards my budget like the bowls did, because I needed this, and this is just a grocery item. So I wasn't going to let that count, right? I love really good vanilla. I love this brand. This is Bourbon Madagascar vanilla. It's really expensive at my store. The regular price was $25.50. It's an 8 fluid ounce bottle, and so the price on this, it was on sale from the 25 for $15.30, and the coupon was 15% off, so I paid $13 for this, which I thought was a really good deal for this amount. So the next piece, I actually got 2 of them. I have a chafing dish that's all clad, and I've always wanted 2 smaller chafing dishes to go on the sides of it. So when I serve at a buffet, I can have side dishes and main dish, all in chafers. I saw these chafers at Williams-Sonoma, and I wanted them so bad. They were $100 a piece. And at that time, I was like, I wasn't really going to buy them. I wanted them, but I didn't want to buy them. And as soon as we got in the store, I saw these babies, and I was like, yes, right? Somehow they always end up at the outlet, and then I end up getting them. So these chafers are smaller. They're great for side dishes. Here's the thing for the sterno. That goes here. And our lid goes on here. I love it, right? These were $100 a piece in the store, and I wanted these. I haven't come across ones that are small like this. So these are the round chafing dish, Williams-Sonoma brand. So the outlet price was $60. I got 40% off of the $60. I got 2 of these. I got 40% off of the $60, so it brought the price of each one of these down to $36. So it was $72 for the 2. Then I had the 15% off, which took another $10.79 off, so I paid $30.60 for each one. And here's our second one. So here's the lid. And here's the chafer. And here's the little sterno. I'm going to put that under here. And here's our lid. So pretty much the way these works is just like any other chafing dish. You put your sterno down here and you light it. You fill this part with water. It has like an inner bowl. You fill this with hot water. You put the inner bowl here, and this keeps the water hot. You put your food in here, and you put it in here, and it keeps it nice and warm and toasty. So look at these babies. I got these for $30 a piece. They're going to be great. I'll show you eventually when I set up my buffet how these look with my big all-clad chafer. I absolutely love these things, and these are perfect for 2 little side dishes. $30.60 a piece. You can't beat that. So the final price of my first Williams-Sonoma shopping trip with tax was $279.39. I got all that for $279. Now, because I had negotiated with Eric about the bowls and the vanilla, he owed me a credit back of $30. So next we went to Sam's Club because I wanted to get this bench for my deck. We just got our deck refinished, and I wanted to put this bench on there. And we got there, we put it on the cart, and I kind of just decided I didn't want it. It was $79. It would have kind of closed out my shopping trip, except for one other item. And after talking it over, I kind of decided I didn't want it because I wanted to put my cushions in it for my patio set. But it really didn't look like it was watertight. And around here, it rains like once a week. And I didn't want my cushions in there when they could get moldy. So we basically keep them in the basement. So I decided not to get that, which opened up for other things, right? So our next stop, I went to Home Goods. So let's take a look at what I got at Home Goods. So I had been at Home Goods a couple days before, and I saw this piece there and I wanted it. But it was kind of at a Home Goods that was a little bit across town. So I violated rule number 1, and I will admit that, because I was only supposed to get 2 gallons worth of gas, and I would have had to pay for any additional gas. But Eric took me down to the Home Goods and didn't charge me back for the gas, so it wasn't a gas. So what I got was this. I have another piece of Viking cookware. It's just a non-stick fry pan, and I absolutely love that thing. It is one of my favorite fry pans. And when I saw this, I wanted this one too. This is a Viking 3.6 quart saute pan. It's a 3-ply, fully clad pan, and it is absolutely beautiful. I, of course, got a good deal on this. I paid $60, $59.99. I wanted this pan. I almost bought it that day, but I didn't know how I would sneak it in, right? So let's take a look at the pan. Oh. Wow. I'm gonna have to call the trash. So here is our pan. This thing, I mean, I'm in pandemonium right now, because this pan is absolutely incredibly gorgeous. I love this thing. It has measurements here on the side. It has a really wide helper handle here. It's completely fully clad from one end of this pan to the other. It is electric induction ceramic gas safe. It comes with this lid. I love it. This pan is fabulous. And you guys know how I love cookware. So I got a Viking Saute Pan for $59. It's time for a pan confession number 2. I admit to breaking rule number 1. I went beyond 2 gallons of gas and I didn't reimburse him for it. And I'm now breaking rule number 2 because I went over budget. You knew that was going to happen. I mean, come on. You knew it was going to happen. You can't send me loose in the Williams-Sonoma and think that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. So when we got out of Home Goods, I said, I didn't get my bench that I wanted from Sam's Club. And, I'm going to be lonely sitting out there. I'm going to have to sit right on the deck directly because I don't have a bench to sit on. So I had a little bit of money left. And I'm like, there was something I wanted out at the Williams-Sonoma store, but I passed it up because I wanted to get the bench. But when I decided not to get the bench, then guess what? I didn't have to pass it up. So we then went back across town, went back out to the Williams-Sonoma store, and I picked up another thing. So I had $50 left on my budget, plus a $30 credit for Eric's bowls and the vanilla. So I had $80 to spend, and I knew going out there that what I was going to get was more than $80, but it happens. So what I got was 2 Williams-Sonoma brand of Gratin Pans. And I think these are absolutely beautiful. These are made by Heston, which is an Italian company. These are fully clad. These are some of the best pans you can get. Williams-Sonoma brought out their own line in the last couple of years. They never made pans themselves, but they just started making this. This is the 11-inch Gratin Pan, and I got 2 of them. So I believe the price in the store for these is either $159 or $199. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't have a chance to look that up. But I've seen them in there, and I think they're $159, but they could be $199. So each one of these are $99.95. With a 40% off, it took them down to $59.97. Then with my coupon, I got another $8.99 off. So I paid $50.98 a piece. So these 2 Gratin Pans came out with tax to $108.07. Ordinarily, I think they're close to $200 a piece. So I got a really good deal on these. That did take me over budget though. So I pretty much violated every rule that I had set out and negotiated with Eric. He kept up with his rule. He didn't smirk. He didn't talk smack. He didn't say I couldn't buy anything. He kept to his end of the bargain that I set up to begin with. And then I turned around and I broke every single rule that was laid out for me. I broke the gas rule, I broke the mileage rule, and I broke the budget rule. So, oh.
Here's your invoice, ma'am. Oh, and place down for a tip.
My invoice? He gave me an invoice to Amy from the lender. Invoice number 1. Birthday frenzy over the limit. Item number 1, $20 over the limit. Item number 2, gallons of gas at $5 a gallon. Gas is only like $2.50.
Hotel fees, not a wholesale, you know.
Service fee of $5. Why do I get a service fee? So I owe him $35. This is a contract for my debt.
Don't forget to tip at the bottom.
I gotta tip you?
You can tip me, yeah, sure.
I'll tip you. Let's see.
Negative 35.
What's my tip? I'll sign this. Here's my tip, Eric. Don't take wooden nickels. Here's your note. So, thanks for joining me for this birthday haul. I had an absolute fabulous time. I think I wore that store out. $422, and I'm telling you, I think I got about $1,000 worth of stuff. And I think my shining moment was getting the Global for $41. I think that was the best deal of the day. So I'm looking forward to using these tools. I think very first up in this, I'm gonna roast some asparagus in these bad boys. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe below and leave me a comment and a like. Visit my website at AmyLearnsToCook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at AmyLearnsToCook. I can see myself. I can see you.
I see dead people.
Oh, that's nice.
Reshoot. Boo can't spell nickels.